everyone. I'm so glad you could join me again today. Today we're going to be talking about the retail method that I discussed in our class. And I wanted to explain a little bit further and just give you an example in my own kitchen as to how you can use the retail method in your own home. As we talked about earlier, we broke up the retail method into sections and aisles. And each section will have a different purpose, and then we'll break it down even further into aisles. The first section I'm going to talk about is the food preparation section. The food preparation section in my kitchen happens right here in the center of my kitchen. It's got the largest counter space in my kitchen, and it's a really easy place to chop, to mix, to do anything that I need to do right here. So that would be my section. Next are my aisles. My measuring cups and my spoons I keep within arm's reach right here in this drawer. And then my knives and my cutting boards, anything that I would need to chop, I keep at hand also right over here. The next section we're going to talk about is the cooking section. The cooking section obviously happens next to the stove. In my kitchen it's actually split up into two areas. My stove top is here, and I have two ovens on the other side of my kitchen. So I split this area into two. My aisle for over here, I keep pot holders very close because chances are I'm pulling something off the stove. And I also keep my pots and pans right below the stove top so that they're there when I need them. So the rest of my cooking section happens over here by my ovens. I also keep pot holders over here because chances are I'm pulling something that's been burning out of the oven. So I want to keep that close at hand. And I keep my baking dishes below my ovens so that they're ready for use. The next section is food storage, and this one's fairly self-explanatory. I actually didn't break it into aisles. Food storage, the refrigerator, and on the other side right here is my pantry for anything that's not refrigerated. The next section is my cleaning section, and I keep that section right here next to my sink and next to my dishwasher. Now, the first thing you need in the cleaning section, the first aisle, is the dish soap, the sponges, and the towels that I keep below my sink. Next, when you're putting away things at the end of the day, you want everything very close by. So I put my dishes here, next to my sink, and my glassware right here. So now everything is really simple and easy, and I don't have to go all over my kitchen to put things away.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm just going to be continuing the conversation on the retail method. We're standing in my living room. Rachel just came to you from her kitchen, and I'm going to show you how I apply the retail method in my living room. Our living room is our everything space. It serves many purposes in my home, and I'll walk you through the first section. The first section in my living room is the entryway section. This is where we come in. We don't use our front hall closet. We primarily come in through our garage door, so we needed to come up with a system that was going to be able to house all of our items for our entryway. So the first one is our hats. So baseball hats in the summer and winter hats in the winter. Then we have our coats. Simple hooks, which is great for toddlers because they can step up on here and hang up their own coat, giving them some independence. Then we also have our keys over here. My husband always loses those, so we needed a space for that. And lastly, our shoes. Again, a simple method, basket so that the kids have some independence where they can throw in their own shoes and put everything away, and it's nice and neat. The next section I'm going to show you is the entertainment section. Now, we actually had this awkward alcove in our room, and we had no clothes storage. So this is what we came up with. We came up with open shelving on the top for books and DVDs. Then I house my toys down here in the clothes storage because who wants to look at them? And then down here we keep our laptop computers. I have a few diapers in here. And I also have, you know, their iPads, whatever they are, in that closed container as well. So that way you don't have to look at the messy cords. If you don't have the money to put a custom built-in in, find an old piece of furniture, find an old TV cabinet, paint it out, and then that way you have doors. So all those ugly things that you don't want to look at can be easily tucked away. The last section I'm going to walk you through is the school section. I've for school-age kids, so this section is very important. The first aisle that I have is paper storage. Tons of school papers come home each day, and so what I ask my kids to do is take their school papers, put them in their designated bin. Once they do that, I can have the opportunity at my convenience to go through and see what needs to be handled immediately and what I just need to store long-term rather, school lists and, registration for next year, etc. Then I have my backpack storage. That's here on the bottom. Under each designated area, my child has a hook. So when they come home, rather than dumping their backpacks by the door so that way we can trip over them, they each hang them up on their hook, and that just keeps them up off the ground, really simple, and it works really well for my family. As you can see, my living room serves multiple purposes for our house. We needed to think about how is this going to function for us? How is this room going to accommodate our needs? And this is what we came up with. So think through the room in your house in that same way. Try to break it up into sections and aisles so that way it can serve multiple purposes. Not everyone has the luxury of having one room serve just one singular purpose. So please visit us at uniquelyanew.com. We have tons more tips that we can walk you through, and also sign up for our class, Exquisite Simplicity, at marylou.com.